Hello everybody, my name is Salty and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review of the Hoth Echo base set released in 2011. Now this set has the set number of 7879 and includes 773 pieces. This set retailed for a price of £92 in the UK and $90 in the US and includes 8 minifigures. Now also in the US this set was a Toys R Us exclusive, which means it was a lot harder to find over there, whereas in the UK it was just sold as a normal retail set because not a lot of places in the UK really sell Lego a lot, so it was really just Toys R Us and the Lego shop back then too. So yeah, now that we've gone through that, let's get into the minifigures. So the first minifigure in this set is the Snowtrooper, and in this set there are 2 of them, and they do include things that they use as weapons, if you will. Now, one of them's a vehicle. Now these Snowtroopers are very good for the time that they were released. They obviously are outdone by today's Snowtroopers, but at the time they were very nice. As you can see, it does have some very nice torso printing. If I just take its mask off, you can see that it does have no face, as it is just a black head, so that you can see the black through the mask. The headpiece thingy that I've just dropped on the floor. So I'll just put that on, but oh my god, these things are very precarious. Okay, so as you can see, it does have a very nice head mold, which is exclusive to this minifigure, although this minifigure was released in a lot of sets, so it wasn't a very, unique mold per se. There's no leg printing, which was normal at the time. If we turn it around, you can see that it does have, well, this helmet piece does have a backpack built into it, and there is no back printing, so that would just be covered up. But yeah, this is a very nice minifigure. I bought quite a few of them, as they were also released in a battle pack around the same time. Now the next minifigure we have up here is the very old Chewbacca minifigure. This set was again released in 2011, and at the time the Chewbacca head mold that we had today did not exist, so this was what we had. We had this Chewbacca does come with a dark grey crossbow, as well as some printing on its headpiece, if you will, where the body has got some silver pieces where the bandolier would be, as well as a black for his nose. Turning him around, you can just see that there is also the other side of the bandolier, as well as some more printing, or printing what like detail in the mould for the head. If I take off this headpiece, which does cover his body too, you will see that he has no printing on the back of his body. As and if I turn him around once more, you will see that there is no printing on the front of his body either. And then we can just put Chewbacca's head and body piece back on. The next minifigure we have up in this set is the Luke Skywalker. He does have the mask and the torso print right here of the breathing tube when he's in the Bacta tank. Now this minifigure does also include some leg printing of kind of like a nappy kind of thing, which would be quite important, as if it wasn't included then it would just look like he's wearing some very small underwear, which would be the white waist piece. Now he is also wearing a sort of harness, which you can see by this white torso printing there. Now if we turn him around, this harness is continued on the other side. Now you saw here how he has his mask on and he is asleep, which is the face he has when he is in the Bacta tank. However, if I just turn him around so that I make life easier and flip his hairpiece around, you can see he does also have a less beaten up face when he comes out of the Bacta tank, due to, having the mask taken off when Leia kisses him. The next minifigure we have up here is Han Solo. Now this version of Han Solo is exclusive to this set with the specific printing, like the Luke Skywalker is, which I did forget to mention previously. Now this Han Solo does include a headpiece, which you can swap out his hair for. If I just try and take that off and put that on the right way. It's not clipping, there we go. you can see that he does look a lot more snug for when he's outside of Echo Base. Now this Han Solo does have some very nice torso printing, which you can see a lot easier if I just take this helmet off once again. For some reason it just came out entirely, so I'll just focus on that myself while you can look at this minifigure. Now as you can see, he does have the hood printing on the front there, so that if he did have his hair on and his hood piece wasn't there, it would just look like his hood was down, which you can see does correspond with the... does not correspond with the back printing on the minifigure. I'm thinking of a different Han Solo, clearly. Oh well. Now turning him back around, you can see he does have some leg printing on him, which is the holster for which he always has on him. And then he does have some very nice torso printing with a little clipboard or something on him. Well, put his head back on there for you. He does not have any second face, and I'm pretty sure that markings on the head is not intentional. I'm pretty sure that's just years of use and ownership for the minifigure. Here we have R3PO, or Red C3PO, and this has the exact same printing that the C3PO at the same time of production did have, with no face printing and some very limited torso printing, no leg printing either, and turning him around he does have some back printing, but again it's the same as the C3PO at the time. Now the head mould does have some back moulding, and the front does also have front moulding, but it is a very nice minifigure and it does work for the time. However, now we'd probably have a more sophisticated minifigure. However, this version of this minifigure was exclusive to this set, which is another draw for this set due to having a lot of exclusive minifigures, despite the fact that some of them have been remade and there may be better versions. They're technically not exclusive, but they still are, because these specific prints are only ever used in this set, so yeah, that's that. Now the next minifigure we have up is the 2-1B Medical Droid. This is an exclusive minifigure again for this set. However, I'm pretty sure that the part of Echo Base was remade that included this set. I think it was the Medical Bay set, which I don't own, as it does just include an area of this base, but more detailed. I might get it at some point, but it's not my priority, because there are a lot of very nice Clone Wars sets coming out this year, which if you didn't know about, you can check out on my Instagram page, link in the description. Now, as you can see here, this minifigure does have a straight arm and a curved arm. This is the same as regular battle droids, however, instead of having its own specific head mould, it has a specific body mould, which includes its head, which is the same with some other droid minifigures, such as the Super Battle Droid and the Magna Guard, I believe. But yeah, so it does have some printing on it, as it is a blue mould, but it does have some yellow, some grey, and some silver printed onto it. It's a very nice detailed minifigure. Now, turning it around, you can see there is no printing, but then there is just the holes, which are typical with a lot of battle droids, which don't, as they all have holes in the back of them with the battle droid minifigure. You know, that just kind of happens with them. But yeah, it's a very nice minifigure to be included. Now, the final minifigure in this set is an exclusive printed Princess Leia. Now, this is obviously episode 5 Princess Leia, where she's dressed up Echo Base with a very nice headpiece and some very nice torso printing. She has no leg printing, but that is not really required, as you can just imagine that they're plain white trousers. I can't remember specifically if they are, but you know, it doesn't hurt. So turning her around, you can see that she does also have some back printing, and there you go, you can see that. And also her headpiece does have some very nice details on the back. Now flipping her headpiece around, if I can get it off, there we go. You can see that she does also have a second face, which is a lot more angry than her first face, which we can now just turn around so you can see like this. And there you go, we have a very nice exclusive Princess Leia minifigure, which is a very nice inclusion in the set because, you know, she is a very important part of the Rebel Alliance, and also this is a really nice minifigure and I'm very glad it was included in this set. Now that all the minifigures are covered with, we shall now show you the Tauntaun, which is a big fig. Now this was a exclusive mould, not for this set, but for the Echo Base set that was released in 2009, and this big fig is not seen often, except of course in Hoth and Echo Base sets. As you can see, he does have a saddle which you can clip some micro binoculars or a pistol to, and he does also have a little handle here for your Han Solo. Now I would also suggest Luke, however he is not really in the condition to be riding a Tauntaun at the moment. Now Han Solo can just stand there, then grab hold of this lead, like so. If you just put his hand in it like that, and he can then reach for his blaster or his micro binoculars if he reaches across himself, or alternatively he can put his hood up so that he is ready to brave the outdoors and find Luke in the Wampa Cave. He does have adjustable arms, and no like adjustable tail or adjustable head. He does have these tusks which can move, but I think they just move due to how they're made, not as an intentional play feature. Now for the Stormtroopers, or the Snowtroopers in this set, there is included a Snowspeeder. Now you can get one of your figures, bend his legs slightly and put them on there like so, and then move these little hand pieces. Oh, I just took that out completely there, my bad. There we go, and then he can clip on there, and you can have him drive around your Hoth scene shooting at the Echo Base. Now if I don't destroy everything, then you can have another snowtrooper on the back here, potentially with a gun shooting at the thing, at the Echo Base. Alternatively, you could put some cargo here, like a small box, which you can find in the Echo Base set. If I just take it off, he could possibly have that, and he could be stealing it or delivering it if you want to really use your imagination. I don't know. You do you, I guess. So yeah, that's the Snowspeeder. Now the other small build that is included in this set is an E-web. You use this E-web by attaching a minifigure here, and you can potentially have one on this power box, which you can't see, in this power box here. Now this is a very detailed E-web, very similar to the one released in 2009 Hoth base set, but again, there is not really much you can do with an E-web, and I think this design is better than some of the more modern designs due to it being more like of the same scale as the minifigures, and it's not ginormous, but it does again look good. And if you really want to, you can include both of them and kind of do something like that. I don't know, if you're really feeling like you want to include those two things and combine them together. But yeah, that is the E-web. And here is the Echo Base itself. Now I'm going to first of all go along the outside of the base, then we're going to move on to the inside of the base. So on this first side here we have a gate for the Tauntaun. Now these two bits can just be opened like so, and then the gate can come down. Now this is for your Tauntaun to get in and out of the base. I mean, really you don't need these little black bits, but they add to it, so I'm not going to complain. Now at the very front here we do also have a cannon, like a blaster laser thingy, which has a droid arm here, which is where the handle is, so anybody can hold on to it. I don't know, we can get Luke up here and he can grab hold of that and just keep blasting away. Now next to it we do of course have the entrance to Echo Base here, which is how the people with speeders can get in. But this isn't obviously the main entrance, it's more like an internal entrance, if you will. Now above it we do have some laser cannons, which do include flip-fire missiles. Now you could say that these are the torpedoes for these guns, or you could just ignore them and say that they're just a play feature and include just this as the actual gun. But these work by pressing on these end bits here. Now as you see, if I like put my hand here and I just push this, I can fire it. Now some people do of course flick these, which is why they're called flick fire missiles, but I'm not really a fan of that, and it does kind of hurt a bit, so I prefer not to. Now turning this around and trying not to damage anything. You can see that this is more of the plain side. Now here is a connection bit so that you can open and close Echo Base like this in case you want to play with it more open. And then on the side here we do have some signs, you know, they're just signs, and that's all the inside, so we won't cover that at the moment. Now turning this around once more, you can see we do have the very nice mountain face. Up here, this is more of an internal feature, so I won't touch on that at the moment. But here we do have some big rock pieces and some white to represent the snow. Now if you put on these, you have access to the gun racks, which are inside the base. Personally, I just keep these empty, but you know, had to put some guns on those for the review. Turning this around once more, you can see that we do have some more entrances. Now when this is opened up, these two link together, but you know, they're not opened up at the moment, so they're not. Now here we do have a lot of white, and we do have these boxes which you can take off of the thing if you want. They work very well with this thing over here. This thing. Up here we do have some antenna. If I just move the camera slightly, you can see these antennae a little bit better. These just spin around like so. Now back to the front, we can start going through the internals. So now we can actually open up this set and get into it. So what we do is just on this bricks, and here we will open this up and extend it like that. And then move it forward so you can see in more detail. So, on the side here we can take this off, I think. Can we take this off? We can, and here is a little fueling thing. So here's like where the actual fuel is stored. And then here you can charge up your Snowspeeder, refuel it. I have no idea what that's supposed to be, but that's also there. You have the other side of the flip fire missiles. You have a little stand here where you can put all of your equipment that your Tauntaun is holding. So you can just, oh god, there we go. That is rather stiff. So your Tauntaun can just stand there, and you can clip the seat on there, and then the reins can go there, as you can see. Now there is also a piece that goes inside the Tauntaun here, but I don't have that for this review. My apologies. It's just a light grey 1x1 with a plate on top. Now here we do have this door, which I mentioned before, which you can go through, and here there is a little thing where if you pull this out, the icicles will drop down. You have to reset these. It is a bit of a pain because you've got to hold them, line them up, and then do like, oh gosh, okay, there's one, and then there's two. Just kind of do that. Okay, so that is the first like half of the set. Well, here's the boxes that I showed off earlier. That is for some reason still hanging on to the little one by the hopper plate, jumper plate maybe, I don't know. That's kind of its name. But yeah, that is that. And now I shall try and get the next part of this in shot. So if I just do that kind of shows it off rather well. This is very difficult because there's a bookshelf here on the left side. So here of course is the like aerial radar that I showed you before. Here's another one of these. Here's a little seat which spins around and can see these control panels back here. And here is obviously the main control panel, which you see Leia at a lot. Here's the gun rack, which we showed off before, which can go back and up. Here's just some floor details, and here is this thing, which I said I'd show off earlier. So as you can see here, you can extend this, and these are like ladders along the side, and here's a little like kind of like one of those like claw machines. So like this will go down and this will slide across, pick this up, then go back up, and it can load something and drop this off like that. Now it does have these little light details, and of course like this little banner along the top, like handrails, so that when people are walking along it, they don't fall off. Now this can just clip up here, like so, or you can keep it separate if you so wish. There we go. Okay, so here is the medical chair, which you see Luke on in episode 5. So we can just sit him on there. And there's Leia to kiss him, which is a bit gross when you really think about it, but let's not. Now, as you can see here, there are some lights there and there, and there's also the other side of the chair, which I just took off. Now, if I move the camera slightly, you can see here, there is the Bacta tank, which does open up if you just drag this. Then you have room to put in a minifigure, like so. If it doesn't fall out, you just have him in there to enjoy life and love what he's doing. But yeah, there's more detail again in the inside. And turn it around back to the front. So yeah, that's the whole set. So yeah, that's it for my whole analysis of this review. This is the Hoth base from 2011, and I do think it's a really nice set. I've had this set for the last 9 years, and I do think it's an amazing set. I did really enjoy it at the time. I enjoyed building it, I enjoyed rebuilding it recently, and I do enjoy it now. I think it's an amazing set and looks good with other Hoth sets, and would be good in a Hoth style mock, where you combine a lot of Hoth sets together to make one large one. And I think this will look good on display open or closed, like it is currently, or open like I did show off the interior in. But yeah, that's it for this set review. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching this video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Goodbye.